To begin the installation, grab your Phillips head screwdriver and remove the 6 screws from the BC29 canopy. Set the screws and the splash guard aside. They'll be reinstalled at the end of the installation. Remove the 2 screws holding the rear reflector in place, then remove the reflector and set aside. The reflector will not be used again for this installation. Remove the rubber bands that are holding the 2 bulbs in place. Once the rubber bands are removed, pull each bulb out of the canopy. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 screws that are holding the main reflector in place. Remove the 2 bulb clips and set them aside. Next, you'll need to remove all of the screws that are holding the stock moonlights in place. There should be 6 screws in total. Remove the 3 LED connections from the circuit board. The wires will have a white shielding on the outside. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 screws holding each end cap in place. Using a pair of wire cutters, cut the cable tie holding the wire bundle together. Then unplug the blue 2-pin connection from the circuit board. Next, with a pair of wire cutters, cut the brown wire as close to the Molex connector as possible. Using a pair of wire cutters, cut the red wire from the closed-end connector holding the 2 black wires and the red wire in place. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 screws holding the transformer in place. Once the screws have been removed, remove the transformer and discard. Unplug the 2 2-pin fan connectors from the circuit board. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 screws holding the left fan in place. Remove the fan and set it aside. Once the fan is removed, repeat the same process for the fan on the right-hand side of the canopy. Using a permanent marker and a ruler, measure up approximately 1/2 inch from the black cable on the right side of the canopy. Using a power drill and a 1/8 inch or 5/32 inch drill bit, drill a hole through the back of the canopy using the mark that you made previously. Then drill a second hole through the inner wall of the canopy so that you can run a DC jack power cord through the holes. Next, place one of the fans included in your kit in the left side of the canopy. Be sure that the label is facing up. Mount the fan in place using the screws that were removed previously. Install the second fan included in the kit in the right side of the canopy. Be sure that the label faces downward. Remove the DC jack wire bundle from your included parts kit and unbundle the wire. Using a pair of wire cutters, trim the DC jack bundle to approximately 12 inches in length. Insert the trimmed DC jack wire through both of the holes drilled in the back of the canopy. Carefully split the DC jack wire down the center. This should leave you with approximately 2 to 3 inches of each individual wire. With a pair of wire strippers, remove approximately 1/2 inch of insulation from both of the wires on the DC jack. Next, take the two 2-pin fan adapters that were included in your parts kit, and with a pair of wire strippers, remove approximately 1/2 inch of insulation from both red and both black wires on the two 2-pin fan adapters. Put the ends of the two red wires together, then carefully twist the two ends together. Then repeat the same process for the pair of black wires. Twist together the red fan adapter wires with the gray dashed wire on the DC power jack. Then slide one closed-end connector over the wire connection and crimp together using a pair of wire crimpers. Next, twist the two black wires from the 2-pin fan adapters together with the solid black wire from the DC power jack. Slide one closed-end connector over the wire connection and securely fasten into place with a pair of wire crimpers. Plug in the fans to the fan adapters and tuck away any loose wires.